And joining us now in the studio is Mark Dalton, General Manager at Terry Volkswagen Subaru, online, terryautogroup.com. Mark, good morning. Welcome back to the program.
Good morning. Thank you all for having me. The last few interviews we've had our staff. We've had Kevin Davis and Hutch, our Subaru sales manager.
They did good jobs.
Yeah, and so listening to those guys, I tell you, I think they did an amazing job. So they may be the new radio interviewees. So.
All right, hey, you certainly have the personnel. So let's first we'll get the eat your peas part out of the way first. Then we'll talk about some cooler stuff. Obviously, I have to talk about tariffs here at the beginning, and so you just look what happened with China and the cuts there. So we don't. Once again, uncertainty is the word. One thing you can be certain of, though, is Volkswagen pricing through the end of the month.
That is correct. Yeah, Volkswagen pricing is not going to be changing through the end of the month. Same with Subaru. Uncertainty, I guess, is the word that all of us in the industry, all brands are challenged with right now. But the part that we can be certain of is exactly what you just said. The prices that we have on our cars on the lot today. And this is, I guess, across the board. I haven't heard of any manufacturers yet that have adjusted those prices yet, but everything that's on the ground, especially for us, those prices have not changed. So if a new car is in the near future, even though we're not sure what tomorrow holds, we do know that today we're not looking at any changes. So.
Yeah, I have to say that if you're looking to buy one, you might not want to wait 3 months.
Yeah,
kind of thing. I've seen a lot of people saying, hey, strike while the iron is hot, sort of thing.
That's correct. Yeah, and I spent yesterday at an auction all day, trying to buy some used cars, and certainly there's a field full of experts there that are buying, and when you look at the prices that the dealers were paying yesterday and the previous weeks, there's a lot of confidence there that things are adjusting because those prices are we normally see some trends this time of year that tick upwards just a little bit, but they're a little more aggressive than maybe what would be considered normal. So I think there is everybody has an insight that things are going to be adjusting a little bit. So I think the prices that are on the ground today are probably as good as what we'll see for a while.
So I've just had a note handed to me here from a certain individual that, speaking of Volkswagens, you have a pretty green Taos for lease, a mere $283 a month.
Yes.
And it's pretty.
Pretty.
Wonder how this person knew that. I have a feeling she was in there looking around yesterday.
Yeah, that might not be there that long, would be my guess.
Yeah.
As long as we mention that, then, I know we talked with you before, and a little bit with Kevin, leasing is not what it used to be. It got a bad rap going back to the 80s, but things have changed a lot. You want to give people the highlights?
Yeah, and I won't mention any particular brands, but there was one in particular that I know that maybe initiated that. They probably initiated leasing, but there was open-ended leases, and those leases at the end of them had no guaranteed value like today's leases. Today's leases are totally different. I highly recommend them. There's a guaranteed value at the end. You predetermine your mileage, and as long as you don't go over, there's no fees, there's no charges. If you do go over, there's minor charges for that overage. But leasing I look at it like a Scotch block, if you will. It guarantees the value at the end of the term of the lease, 2 years, 3 years, whatever it is. And if that value is higher, then you as the leasee can certainly capitalize on that. And a lot of people did that. We saw record equity during COVID, and the customers that had leased cars prior to that and were coming out of their leases, excuse me, really capitalized on that. But let's just say that there was a downturn in the market, and then you're also protected because there's a guaranteed value. And let's face it, there's not too many guarantees out there today when you're talking about values on used cars. So I highly recommend them, and it's a very affordable way to get a really nice car that stays under warranty the whole time. And we're seeing more and more leasing, especially as the prices of cars are starting to get higher and higher. So.
All right, so now...
And one more note about that Taos, that is a bright green.
Isn't it?
I like it. It's a pretty color, very unusual.
We've had such... how do I say it? Normal colors. We've had blacks, whites, grays, silvers.
Usual colors.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so for us, we've started seeing some different shades of red, some blues, and now this green. It's kind of exciting to have some options as far as colors go. So there's some cool colors in Subaru right now too. We've got some really new colors.
So yeah, it's bright moss green.
Yeah.
If anyone is curious, I guess nothing can just be a color anymore. Everything's got to have a little some modifiers.
And I love that Taos because it's an affordable vehicle. It's an SUV. And it's affordable. Great gas mileage, and I think it's been a big seller for us since it came out.
8-speed transmission too.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty nifty.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get in here. Let's talk about some Subarus now. And do I read this correctly? A new Subaru Hybrid?
Yes. We've been anxiously awaiting the Forester Hybrid, and it has finally arrived. They've hit the ground. I think I should have checked on this before this morning, but a lot of the ones that we had coming in were pre-sold. But I do believe there may be a couple, one or two that is either on the ground or in transit that is not sold. So. Very attractive vehicle, and the hybrid technology seems to be where the market is going. It's I think certainly a great transition for someone that maybe isn't fully committed to the electric technology, but I think the hybrid technology is certainly where a lot of the manufacturers are leaning toward now. Everyone's starting to do that. So.
Speaking with Mark Dalton from Terry Volkswagen Subaru here on WLNI, and Mark, you've got the Buzz,
yes,
the VW electric, and you have one that's all wrapped up.
We do. We have one on the showroom right now, and all the Buzzes that were coming in were two-tone and really bright colors, whether it was yellow or green or blue. And they sold instantly, and we had a solid white one, and we decided to take that vehicle and have it wrapped, and so it's a two-tone white and red. We picked red because obviously we're at the home of Liberty University, and we thought that it would certainly be appropriate, and it looks amazing. The guys did a really good job. And it's really cool. You should come by and take a look, and even take it for a drive if available.
How have those been selling?
Really good. The availability, it wasn't a vehicle that they were going to build a ton of because it's a niche vehicle certainly. But they haven't sat around very long. It's
no, I can imagine. It did. They did just seem like they just had this buzz, just automatically, no pun intended, for electric vehicle.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of like when the Beetle came out in '98. When you'd see one coming down the road, you just smiled, and you can't help but smile when you see one of these coming down the road. I passed one the other day, and it's just looked like a very happy person driving.
I'd love to. I know that it's not going to happen for a number of reasons, but I'd love to see Volkswagen come back with an air-cooled rear-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Bug, something like that. I realize it's not so much to American tastes anymore.
Right.
But I remember we had one of those when I was a kid, and it would go anywhere because you've got the engine over the drive wheels and back, and it was just a good car.
Yeah. Speaking of Volkswagen, there's been a lot of talk about this new Scout that Volkswagen owns. I don't know if you've done much research on that, but it's an all-electric brand, and this is a matter of opinion. I probably shouldn't even be saying this, but
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know what that.
That's a retro look too.
Yeah. It's a cool looking vehicle, but they are building a plant in South Carolina. The plant is under roof, but just an early prediction. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised with all the things going on with tariffs right now that manufacturers are trying to move manufacturing back to the U.S. I wouldn't be surprised or my early prediction is that plant will be utilized to build Volkswagens in the U.S. So rather than the Scouts. So those folks are out there keeping their fingers crossed that vehicle is going to come. You might.
Well, we'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
See where it is now. If you get something you've mentioned before, you guys are going to have a second store.
Yeah.
On Route 221 opening up.
Yes, we're really excited. You know, the last time I talked to you all, we were anxiously awaiting some building permits and things like that, and I'm proud to say that we finally accomplished all that. And I saw heavy equipment working up there the last week. They've been starting to remove stumps and clean that up and start should be moving some dirt here real soon. So we're really excited about that. It's going to be a great addition. It's going to open up some space for us at the Subaru store, our current store, and that's going to allow us to serve our Subaru customers better because we won't be quite so constrained as far as space. And
got a few cars over there.
Oh, it's packed. It's packed. Yeah, it's challenging to find a spot to park, but that's going to help our Subaru folks, and then obviously the Volkswagen folks. We're going to have dedicated staff at this new store for just that brand, and it's got right at 10 service lifts, so that'll be dedicated to just Volkswagen, obviously, and I think we'll be able to serve our customers much better. I always like to get customers in if they have a need for service. I like to get them in within 24 hours, 48 max, and you know, when those numbers start getting pushed out to 3 or 4 days, I feel like we're not serving our customers quite like we need to. So this will certainly allow us to get them in quicker, and it's going to be a state-of-the-art facility. There's a lot of cool features about it, and I'm really excited. So,
all right, that sounds good. Mark Dalton with Terry Volkswagen Subaru. The website terryautogroup.com. See all the cars there, including that pretty green Taos.
Yes,
There you
yes.
go. Mark, thank you very much.
Thank you all for having me. And oh, by the way, your chicken thing, I do have an opinion about that.
Yeah, tell us.
So this is not fast food, but in my opinion, the best chicken, I'm going to give you two, is Fleming Mountain Grill and the Colonial Restaurant on 29.
Oh, my gosh.
So give those two a try.
Colonial Restaurant, an institution.
Pretty good stuff.
All right, very good. Mark, thank you. We'll talk soon.
Thanks.